All right, welcome to the weekly Wednesday Team Prosperity meeting. Today is January 12th. So we're into the new year, should be getting comfortable with back to normal schedules, routines. Your outside audience should also be experiencing the same thing. It's a great time, once we're past the holidays to really get serious about your business and identify other serious people in the marketplace, whether that be clients or partners, to invite into this community that we're building. Just a quick reminder, these Wednesday team meetings, they are preset agendas, they're teachings, they're also recorded and put in our Facebook group, YouTube channel, emailed out. The Saturday meetings that we've started, it's come and go. So if you need something, have questions, show up. Not, it's definitely not something that you're required to come to. We just open it up as an opportunity to help you guys. Like I said, no preset agenda. It's not recorded. It could be a 5-minute meeting if nobody shows up. Be an hour meeting if a lot of people show up. So that's available to help you and your agents as you start to grow this thing this year. And also, we need to make sure that you understand for your agents coming in that the closed Facebook group, once you're a member of that, it's not just about, posting inspirational memes, it's that, getting to know each other, posting relevant information, the ability to have a forum to ask and get questions answered, recognize the people that are making it happen. But more importantly, this has been, a few years now in the making. So as we compile databases of things like files, when your agents are back here in the file section, it's a bunch of information, a bunch of training, a bunch of education that can help your agents grow and have the opportunity to grow without the one-on-one training and support that you have to offer. So make sure for yourself and for your partners, this is available. And even if you take it, even in the media section, bunch of videos that we've compiled over the years as well, training as well as motivational videos are back there. Same deal with the YouTube channel under Millionaire Mindset Life, which is our team channel. If you're looking for specific things, as long as you're in our channel and you're searching, it's going to search within that channel. We've also created some videos that are unlisted, that are just for team training, that if you need or your partners need, you just need to have access to the link and you're good to go. Last week, you guys, we talked about preparing to dominate this coming year. We're not trying to compete this year. We're trying to dominate, continually thinking like a business owner, how to make your business better, staying focused and sticking to the plan, the importance of front loading your business, having enough on the front side to create the backside outcomes that you're looking for, book meetings as a main conversion point that you're looking for and evaluating, and then creating high performance sales teams to help you get to that organizational goal that you're looking for. This year, we are going to concentrate on scaling. So once again, from all of these steps to becoming scalable, you have to look as an organization, as an individual, we're going to be growing in these areas to make sure that when we hit the hyper growth that we're expecting, that we have a foundation and a system to absorb that, to make sure that we're not just bringing people in and throwing them against the wall, that we have these things in place to grow the people, that are the right fit, that bring in, that have the, action plan, the execution to make it happen. This year also, we want to make sure, and this is something that we've been working on as a team on an individual basis, but you need your partners to understand, you need your clients to understand that going through life, whether it's a business or a financial decision, if it's an emotional based decision, it's not going to end up probably being the best decision. If we're making data-driven decisions, now we can understand exactly what to do, how to do it, where that's going to potentially lead us to, gets us to much better outcomes. Like I said, whether it's a partner or a client, we want to make data-driven decisions, teach others how to do that, and that should work out pretty well for all parties. With that comes, the idea of discipline equals dollars. And whether we're talking to our clients or our business partners, discipline during the next, coming months and coming years can, have a really big positive impact. On the other hand, we're coming to a time in this country where it's going to be some turmoil. It's going to be some volatility. So this is not a time in history not to have an action plan or a financial plan, because that could be, devastating going forward. We're going to start a new 12-week year on January 31st. That's a Monday. If you want to participate, read the book, reread the book if you've already read it, got the audio book, listen to it, whatever it is, to get through to make sure you're prepared. We'll have a sign-up sheet as well as some other information that you need to prep for going into that. This is all about, making sure that you're dialed in the best possible way that you can on an individual basis, mental basis, psychological basis to grow your business the way that you want to grow it. And, the 12-week year teaches us that without a vision, without a clear vision that you're excited about that propels you to action, you're not going to take that action necessary. So whether you're looking at yourself, your business partners, or your clients, you have to help people understand that without a vision, without something you want to accomplish, without a motivating factor or a goal, all the other things that we try to do as educators, as coaches, mentors, it's going to fall by the wayside. And also the 12-week year teaches us, what we need to do, what we don't need to do, but most importantly, how to concentrate on this time right now and the value of that, because everything that we do as an action on an hourly basis, or that we don't do as an action on an hourly basis, has that direct impact on the yearly results that we're looking for. So we're going to set near-term targets, we're going to set near-term action steps, and we're really going to concentrate on any given day. And over a quarter, if you master this system, you should be able to get done what most people do in a year in 12 weeks. And if you can continue to do that over the course of a couple of quarters, you start to really, really separate yourself from the competition. And you need to break your business down. If you want to make $100,000 in a business, you need to come up with that number that you want to make. You need to reverse engineer that back to what you need to do, on a weekly, monthly, daily basis in terms of income, revenue, and then get the action plan around that. Just having random indirect action without a real intention or a target or objective behind it, not going to get you where you want to go. This is about producing cash flow and producing it on a continuous basis. Your business, we want to compartmentalize your business. Understand it's kind of like a living, breathing organism, but when you break it down and you understand the different parts of it, it's easier for you to get past the learning curve and for you to manage other people to get past the learning curve. So the first thing that we need to understand is that we get a business off from the ground floor. It's us in the beginning with a lot of help, but, contact business, that's what it is. If you're not out actively telling people about your business, what you're doing, what problems you're solving, letting people know what you're doing for other people, then nothing's going to happen. If nobody knows you're in business, they don't know what you're doing or the problems that you're solving, there's going to be no lead generation. There's going to be no outcomes on the back end. Remember, if nothing's coming in the front of your business, there's nothing that can come out of the back end of your business. So that contact business is, the more defined we get, the easier it gets, guys. So who is it that we want to talk to? What is the client or partner persona? And make the more specific and dialed in that can be, the easier it is to identify those people. Once you understand who you're looking to talk to, what is it that the conversation is about? What is it that you're trying to get in front of this person with that's going to potentially get them interested in a lot of what we do, which is the education, the guides, the next action steps. And then really, where are these people? So once you understand what the conversation is on the front side, the message that you're trying to deliver, where are these people? And then it's as easy as, how many of these people can I get in front of every day to initiate communication and, fill up that pipeline of people that want the guide, want the education, want whatever it is that we're trying to deliver. And then from that, you develop a persona, right? And that persona is easy to dial into once you understand who it is that you're looking for, where are they? You're just going out and every day you're interacting with this group of people. And from that, you're going to get better and better and better at what you do in terms of understanding that person, putting yourself in their shoes, whether it's a known or perceived problem, coming in and helping them understand why you are the person to talk to that can help them fix this issue, help them grow, whatever it might be that we're talking about. You've got to raise awareness. And it's not just about awareness that you're in business, but you need to get people thinking, because when you get people thinking about things, if it's important to them, they're going to want and desire more information from you. So let me give you an example. If you're talking to somebody and your persona is whatever that persona is, taxes can be an issue if they're, especially a younger generation. If you're talking to somebody about a future tax liability, They need to understand that no matter how much income they produce in the future, if the government has their hands on most all of it, their standard of living is not going to be that great. So when you look at something like the usdebtclock.org, you're teaching people how to shield themselves from as much tax liability as possible in the future. And once again, those people that want to help themselves, those people that understand, that's the person you want to continue the conversation with. Somebody doesn't have, any desire to shield themselves from future tax liability. Well, their tax plan is going to be the greatest one for them, and they'll ultimately face the consequences of that down the road. We cannot help everybody. We're not looking to help everybody, just the ones that want to help themselves. The cumulative effect of our little choices, whether it be individually towards our business, whether it be our partners, whether it be our clients, what we're trying to teach is the decisions that we make today, the action steps that we make today, or the decisions we don't make and the action steps we don't make has a big cumulative effect, on our future life. So when we look at this stuff, we are trying to pave a pathway and a roadmap to get our clients and our partners towards a desired endpoint. And along the way, they need to understand that change is going to be required. And this is tough. And we talk about this with certain business partners all the time, how tough it is to go in the marketplace. And even though we've got something that can dramatically alter somebody's financial life, create something on the back end that's exciting and positive, it requires change. And sometimes people love, what we call the misery of comfort, because the brain's on autopilot. They're doing that same repetitive motion every day, almost like a zombie. And it's tough for people to change, one of the toughest things. But in order to get where somebody wants to go, in order to get to a new place, we've got to take a new route. That requires change. And sometimes, when we talk about raising awareness, we're talking about changes, you've got to help people understand that the path they're on right now, not necessarily the path they want to continue on, because what it's led up to right now really hasn't amounted to much. So one of the things that I like to get people talking about is, if they're a W-2 employee, I know how much the company pays you. How much do you pay yourself? If you're the business owner, I don't need to know how much your business makes right now. I want to know, how much are you paying yourself? Because, a lot of people don't realize that, not paying themselves first is costing them. So we are coaching, mentoring, training, supporting people to understand how to take a new route, how to get to a desired endpoint, instead of just drifting into a life where we see a lot of people drifting into these days, that subpar standard of living, struggling, not what they envisioned, earlier in their life cycle. One of the things that we tackle on the front end, guys, is that debt issue for the client. I mean, if you look at this pie chart, talking about 41% of the expenditures is going towards housing on average. If you remove that in a fraction of the time, free that money up, put that towards wealth creation, retirement, vacations, businesses, whatever it might be, you've done a great service for that particular client. So once again, when you're out in the marketplace, you have to understand what you're doing and how it's a win-win-win all the way around for the people that you're talking to. Your client relationships are not a one and done. This is not something where you're selling a product, a service, piece of software, whatever it might be. So long, see you, good luck. A healthy client relationship is going to be ongoing with the educator, with the money coach. And you need to understand that you can extract value. There are additional products and services that can be, added on at a later point. But even if you're just helping them and there's no immediate revenue recognition from that help, it's a great time to introduce and start talking about, who else do you know that needs to know this very valuable information that you care about. The referral process is ongoing. The more value that you offer to your clients, the more they're going to be willing to open up and share not only referrals with you, but back those referrals up with, testimonials, with lead in, whatever it is that you need, so that it's not a cold reception. It's a warm, invited reception for those referrals. It's a digital factory, guys. And the quicker that you understand this, the easier it is to maneuver around your business and understand what you need to do and what you need to improve, and how that factory, once it becomes efficient with enough coming on the front side, it's going to create an incredible life for you and your family. So target specific people to create a quality audience. Once again, you are learning to disqualify people and only spend time, energy, resources around that persona that you developed that meets the qualifications that you're looking for, that when you invest that time, energy, resources behind that person, that there's getting returns on multiple sides. If you are, looking to work with small business owners, we talked about this. This isn't a B2B company where you've got to get through a bunch of gatekeepers to sell your products and services. If you're looking to talk and work with small business owners, when you call or communicate with that small business, you are most likely talking to them. So understand how easy it can be to get conversations started these days. And if you've got absolutely nothing, your partner's got absolutely nothing coming in as far as a network, a market, anything like that, if sweat equity, going out, opening up conversations, getting the rocks out of their mouth, identifying people. If your persona is small business owners, guess what? Small business owner wants to be found. Insurance agents, real estate agents, CPAs, they want to be found. So understand that we live in an era where you have all kinds of access to data. The more conversations you open with the defined personas that you're looking to talk to, the easier it is for you, the easier it is for the other side, because you're having the same continuous conversations over and over and over again. Let's talk about if you were looking to work with a persona that's looking to make maybe a transition over to entrepreneurship, maybe looking to start online businesses. We have great training, support, coaching, mentoring, but you need to understand, who you're talking to and how to talk to them. A lot of these people who are looking to do this, they haven't started yet. So where are you going to get, who are you going to get in front of? What's the message to get them raising the hand to want additional information? Remember, if these people haven't started yet, you have to have a disqualification process to make sure you're not bringing in people that aren't going to do anything, people that procrastinate their whole lives. That's why you have to list of questions and a kind of a cycle that you go through to make sure you're bringing in qualified people. In the beginning, it's all about the other side. And when you learn that they don't care about your products or services or your opportunity until you're able to relay to the other side what's in it for them, then that kind of breaks down the wall of the conversation, allows kind of a two-way conversation. Before that time, you have to, solve their problems or get them to wherever they're trying to get to. And that's why, once again, a specific dialed in persona helps you understand what is my desired client or desired partner really looking to do. What do they need help with? How do I fit in? That comes back to our, age-old advice. Stop selling and stop, pitching, recruiting, and start interviewing people. Start helping people understand how to get what they want to get and watch the doors really open for your business. You got to create excitement for your business. Every single day, be excited about something. It's not going to be the same thing. If you're having a tough day, and you're on the phone and you're not excited about your business or the opportunities for that other side, it's going to come out. So you need to find something to be excited about and relay that excitement to the other side. The 5 points, guys, is really easy to understand. And it's a great overall template for a conversation. So where is somebody now? Where do they want to go? How are they going to get there? What are they willing to do along the path to actually get to that end point? And how do you fit in? So these are general 5 points. And then from those 5 points, people have goals. And once again, if somebody does not have a goal, it's not the right person to talk to. And that's a big disqualifier, because the action steps, the changes that you're looking and asking somebody to make, this is going to be the primary motivating factor. What is the goal? What's the primary goal? Non-financial is a great place to start. What are they looking to accomplish in their life? What motivates them? Well, what are their financial goals that will help them obtain some of the primary goals? How does the money fit in? Short, long term? What are their strengths and weaknesses? Assets that will help them meet their goals, challenge their limitations. When do you want to achieve your goals? A specific time frame is necessary to start helping people. And how much of whatever are you willing to dedicate? Time, energy, resources, whatever it might be. It's how you talk to people. And then a lot of people have lived a life of setting goals, but not achieving goals. So what stopped them in the past? How will hitting that goal change their life? What are they willing to do? This is about making it real for that person. And then once again, our clients and our partners, you need to help them understand we have expectations. If they can't meet our expectations, they're not the right potential client or partner. And you guys can read through these. We posted it before, but we do have expectations about what we need from the other side. It's taking an interest in creating a commitment. There's no commitment, there's just interest. We want to push that off to the side until, they can come back around with the appropriate commitment. And you also preemptively want to help people overcome and understand why they would not work out as a potential partner, why they would not work out as a potential client. And these are typical things. Somebody is falling in love with mediocrity. As a partner, that's a red flag indicator. As a potential client, the inability to act, react, adjust to things, breaking the rules of the plan, failing to realize that it's really up to you, failure to learn from past mistakes, no consistency. These are all the things that we get into conversations that will help the other side understand this is what would hold you back from being a successful partner or client of ours. If this is any of you, let us know, because it's not going to work out. And that's what we talk about. Preemptive, the best defense is a good offense. So going in, disqualifying people, setting up expectations, helping people understand why they would not make it as one of our partners or clients, preemptively helps you cut that out before they ever get really too much of your time. Disqualification, like we said, disqualify, bring the right people in, spend some extra time with those people, cultivating a decent relationship. But understand, you can be really, really hard at work in this business and not be successful, or you can work smart through this business and be successful. We have to have a goal in place, guys. And like I said, without goals for ourselves, without goals for our partners or clients, it's just conversation. There's not going to be really any action to step it up. So for you guys, what do you want to get accomplished this year? What are your goals? What are your priorities? And then, if I were to come to you, do you have a detailed plan on how to get there? If you don't know what your goals or priorities are, how are you going to coach and mentor other people into reaching their goals? So think about what you want, get a detailed plan. If you need help, come to us, but understand that if you're looking for our help requires action. And so we want you guys to be aggressive this year. We want you guys to go out and make it happen. There's nothing stopping you from creating a successful business that probably blows past your expectations. Like I said, the only thing that can stop you is really you. So be aggressive, go make things happen. There's really no limits. And when you understand the compensation structure of what we have, the different streams of potential business income that you can access, if you decide to go all in, there's really no limits in what you can do. But you need to understand that when you're out there, talking to people about a potential business partnership, what is your primary motivation in recruiting? I recruit to build, understanding that if I find talented people to bring in, they can help me build the foundation to help me absorb this growth. So I recruit to build an organization of talented people, understanding that a lot of times recruiting ends up, not with long-term partners. There's going to be a percentage of people that stick, percentage of people don't, but understanding that as a talent scout, if we're in that dialed in persona and we set up the expectations and do everything that we need to do, some of these partners that are going to come in are going to help you have that explosive growth rate, that hockey stick growth rate that you're looking for. But finding those people requires action. And if you're not out contacting people every day, that would be the same like we talked about before, opening a savings account, putting absolutely no money in there over a period of time, and then going for a withdrawal. It's not going to happen. Same thing here. If you don't put the time in on the contact side, on the front of your business, can't expect to make anything, to withdraw any type of return out of it as well. Also, understand what's really happening in the conversations. If you're not really defined in your approach, if you're not defined in your communication, if you're not, learning how to open, continue, and direct conversations, it's going to be kind of like a dog chasing its tail. There might be lots of conversations, but it's not really going anywhere. So what's really happening in the conversation, and learn how to be confident and direct that conversation to action steps. It's frustrating sometimes, maybe even a lot of the time building a business from the start, but understand once you get past that initial attraction stage, you're going to be surrounded with even more and more people that are having activity, that are willing to, buy into your vision and help you build this. But the easiest thing to do is always quit. We talk about this, the cycle of change. And as things get frustrating, we're in that valley of despair. We either choose to do one of two things at that point: quit, start the cycle all over again, or we're going to push through it to the other side, which is the success that you're looking for. Always, 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 guys, learn to talk about the value, the worth of something over, price and cost. And once again, the worth and the value of a relationship that you're trying to build with a partner, understand that they come in what they have immediate access to that will help them build their business, whether it's tangible assets or whether it's the other stuff like the team trainings, the coaching, mentoring, the one-on-one support, whatever it might be. At the end of the day, this year, guys, you're going to have to kind of understand what's happening. And if your clients or potential clients don't understand the environment that we're in, don't understand the opportunity they have to come out of this environment on top, and they just want to continue to burn through money and not really establish any type of plan to, get rid of debt, establish assets, build wealth, well, that's the path they're going to be on. Same thing with the partners. If they're burning through their time and they're not taking the necessary action step, having the necessary communication and contacts to make it happen, well, guess what? It's the best business plan for them. It's not going to amount to anything. But once again, you have to spend your time with the people that want to help themselves on both sides of the business and cut the other people who are not willing to meet you halfway. So that's it, guys, for this week. We're going to see you next week. Continue to build, continue to really to concentrate on compartmentalizing your business to understand what you have strengths and weaknesses in. Surround yourself with the people that can help, supply those holes.